Well, this was kind of unexpected. I say that, technically speaking, we were kind of warned ahead of time. So the maintenance went up a couple of hours back, of course. I saw it and then went back to bed. But it is what it is. So, of course, this confirms the release of Suhyun with her exclusive weapon, being the Overdrive. And this also confirms the Phoenix Soul Bow. Fabulous. Well, then again, we saw the silhouette, so we kind of knew ahead of that. New costumes per usual, so there's going to be a new costume for Suhyun, as well as the Battle Pass costume. I don't know if there's going to be any more costumes being given away. We'll have to wait and see. Battlefield of Trials challenge being added, so currently we're capped at floor 40, and so additionals are going to be added. Maybe I think floor 50 or 60. We'll have to wait and see. So there's that. SR Hunter exclusive weapon. Out of everything, this is the big thing that we're finally getting. And if you guys can remember, on the roadmap, it did specify weapon crafting, right? And I thought this is all weapon liberation, right? I mean, what else could it be? Completely forgetting about the SR weapons having their own weapons, of course. And yeah, weapon crafting. So yeah, so it's not weapon liberations. We're finally getting the SR Hunter's exclusive weapon, which is absolutely huge. We'll have to take a look at that. The Hunter Archive, new stories, and secret library added. So this is where we're going to be getting Park's new costume. Fantastic. Hunter and Ruin skill balance adjustments. Oh, this is going to be crazy. I'm curious to see what's going to be happening with Troy and Emma. Because I mean, again, this is going to be an update for the fire attributes, and then new event packages, etc., and then system improvements and all that good stuff. So yeah, very, very interesting things to come out through the update, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so let's dive on in. Let's see what we're working with. So here it is. This is kind of like the only way you can see it, by going over to the Codex and the Hunters, but let's go through them all. So when it comes to Nam's exclusive weapon, if there are no enemies within a 5-meter range, increase the user's damage by 2.5%. When Nam attacks a frozen target, the target defense decreases by 5% for 5 seconds. And if you max that out, then the increased damage goes to 10%, and then the defense decrease goes to 20%. Also keep in mind, these are SSR exclusive weapons, meaning when we're crafting them, you do use up your tickets. The Hunter exclusive design red tickets, yeah, so it's gonna be a tough one. Choose wisely, but we'll go through all of that. I just kind of want to go through all the weapons, and then in a separate video we'll do a tier list format to kind of go through the weapons that you really want to focus on and actually create. But first thing first, with Nam's exclusive weapons, so universally the first bit works for anyone. So if there is a ranged character, or even on Jinwoo, if you, oh no, Jinwoo can't apply this weapon, what the hell am I on about? It's a hunter. So if you've got a ranged character, and you want to make do with getting that increased damage, then this weapon is also optional, because universally that first part of it is for any hunter. But for Nam exclusiveness, it talks about the whole defense decrease, which really does put her on the map of just being an additional fantastic SR character for the water attribute. This weapon right here just puts her on the map even furthermore, and I love that. So one of the good ones. This is one of the good ones. Especially, obviously we have to correlate it with the character, you know. If it's a bad SR character, then we're not exactly going to cater to their weapon, are we? So Nam is a fantastic SR character, and her weapon is really, really freaking solid for the water attributes, so we love that. Oh, Park beyond machine. Okay, first of all, looking at the character, no bueno. But the weapon itself increases the user's defense by 2% when Father Determination activates. Additionally, applies a shield equal to 2% of the user's defense. So, yeah. So, yeah, nah, I really don't see the point in this one. So, yeah, ripperoni pepperoni on that one. Moving along to Anna, increases the user's attack by 2.5%. Decreases the target's defense by 2.5% for 5 seconds when poison shower hits. Oh, pretty much the same as Nam. However, Nam is still more better, because you're still getting an extra 10% on the decrease. This one is kind of stopped between having to use a certain attack, being the poison shower, when it hits. But you get the 10% attack increase, which is pretty nice. But that's maxed out. That's a +5. So again, like looking at this weapon for Anna, you know, Anna herself, she's a fantastic character. The weapon itself is decent, but I think Nam would be the best to cater to. Okay. Oh, Kim, hello with your support skill. So increases the user's core attack damage by 4% when the user uses a core attack, increases next basic skill damage by 4%. So here's the thing about this weapon, right? You're probably looking at it and you're like, oh, Kim, I'm not going to build it because of his. But the way they've kind of worded this weapon, it's universal. So you can apply it onto a hunter that effectively caters to core attack to get the increase of 24%, to then it correlate with them doing increased damage of 24% to their basic skill. So like, even though this weapon on hand for the character is doo-doo, because we're never going to use this character, truth be told, and if we ever do, it's more for the support skill, you can consider creating this weapon for your other hunters. So yeah, this might be crazy for, wait a minute. Oh no, okay, I was going to say, this might be crazy for Lim, because if he does his core attack into his basic skill, wait, could he do the core attack and then use the ultimate, because his ultimate becomes his basic skill? So technically speaking, would that not fall in line with him getting that 24%? Am I crazy? I kind of want to try that out. Anyway, so wait, what's the level 1? Yeah, 4/4. Okay, there we go. So even though this weapon is coming across as meh for the character, overall it could be something. Water damage increases by 2.5%. Her critical hit damage increases by 5% when she attacks a poison target. Damn it, why did I have to put the poison in there? Okay, it is what it is. I was really hoping for them to keep that open universally, because then that would have been amazing. But obviously with Han Sung-yu, of course, she is kind of below mid as a character. I mean, the weapon itself is decent in terms of helping out in the weapon department, as she is an assassin character. But yeah, I just don't think it will cut it. I mean, the weapon itself is pretty decent, but yeah, again, with all the resources that goes into creating all of that. Anyway, I digress. So let's move over. Huang, let's see. Increases the user's HP by 2%. When they are hit, the damage dealt increases by 0.5%, stacking up to 10 times, and they recover 0.5% of their HP. So again, this is universal. Pretty decent in terms of a character that can sustain and take a lot of hits, because effectively this then helps them out in the damage department. Increases in HP, a little bit of recovery in HP too, so this is a pretty decent defensive weapon right here, so got to keep that in mind. Oh god, Joe, what are you doing? Increases the user's attack by 2%. If the user's MP is 50% or above, increases their core attack, basic skill, and QTE skill damage by 10%. I take it back. I take it back. Damn. Hey yo. Okay, so it goes to 8% and then 40%. Oh my god. Okay, boys, we might be onto something here. See, this is why I said if we ever get a support character that provides MP, like regeneration at a high amount, this, like, just in general right now, this weapon right now, boys, universally is kind of cracked. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of cracked. Oh my god. I mean, that's still pretty decent too. Okay, so this is what I mean. The character might not be the best, but that weapon, on the other hand, this is hey, this might be something that we might have to cater to, because that's pretty solid. Song, what are you doing? Increases the user's fire damage by 2%. When using basic skill or core attack, increases damage dealt to normal monsters by 2% for 10 seconds. So that goes to 8%. Normal attack, I'm sorry, normal monsters damaging goes to 8%. This isn't too bad. I wish this normal monster was taken away and it was more for the elites and the boss. Then for fire typings, this weapon itself would have been fabulous. But yeah, I'm not really too keen on the normal monsters. But either way, yeah, that's pretty okay as a weapon. Oh, what's going on here? Increase the user's HP by 2%. When tagging out, the user and the team members gain a shield equal to 2% of Li Juhi's HP for 10 seconds. So realistically, universally, it's just that plus 5% that everyone gets, but the shield wise is from the character herself. To be honest, yeah, no, this weapon is pretty decent as a healer. This is fantastic. If you are lacking healing, shielding, then again, as a free-to-play option, this kind of, again, this is kind of like a full package to healer, shielder type of character. So yeah, if that's what you're lacking, again, in a free-to-play manner, this is actually pretty fantastic to cater to. Jinho, what are you doing? Increase the user's attack, defense, and HP by 2%. When the user obtains your Jinho's potion, additionally increases the user's attack and defense and HP by 1.5%. And then in total, that goes to 5%, and then 3% for the potion. Yeah, I mean, again, overall for the character, fantastic. Pretty mid overall, I'd say. You know, it's not terrible. It's not anything great. It's decent at most. Kang, oh god, what are you doing? Increase the user's back attack damage by 2.5%. Kang's damage to bleeding targets increases by 2.5%, and then that goes to 10%. Well, already with how great of a dark assassin character that he is, yeah, this is just this is basically just piling on more, to be honest. So, because technically speaking, Kang is kind of like a free-to-play option of a beast. So, yeah, this weapon really is something that you want to cater to if you are using Kang as a dark DPS. Just, you know, food for thought. Park! Ah! Finally! Increases the user's ultimate skill damage by 5%. When the user's ultimate skill is used, the ultimate skill damage of the user and their team members additionally increase by 5% for 20 seconds. It can go to 20%. Hallelujah! I've been waiting for this. This is going to be the baby. This is the one. This is the one. I cannot wait. This is the weapon that I'm going to be crafting first. And if you get it to +5, you get 20%. This is universal, by the way. So whoever uses this gets a ultimate increased damage of 20%, and then and then additionally the team itself. Wait, what? When the user uses the ultimate skill damage of the user and the team members additionally increased by 20%. Wait, does that mean the user gets an ultimate skill increase of 40%? Oh my god! Hey yo, okay, this is the one. This is the one. I want this. I've been waiting for this. Not this. Anyway, let's see what King Hell's doing. Increase the user's defense by 2.5%. When Kim attacks a stun target, ignores 8% of the target's defense by 5%. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. He does have stun in his kit. So, yeah, ignoring... Wait, what? Attacks ignore 30% of the target. Oh, okay, yeah, so with the stun targets, he ignores their defense, which is, yeah, I mean, that's just pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, again, the realism of this is that we're not really taking him for damage, although it's kind of decent to have something to kind of bypass defense, but I really wouldn't want to cater to that, to be honest. Oh, that's it. That is it. So there we go. Those are all the SR weapons that we have to work with. I'm just going to do my top 3 first things first on the ones that I'm going to be catering to, and then I'll be putting them in a tier list format. So Park's weapon is most definitely a weapon that I'm catering to no matter what. This is one of the weapons that I've been preaching about, so there's that. The next weapon which I'm going to be catering to is Joe's weapon, this right here. I wasn't expecting him to have such a good weapon. Universally, this is fantastic, so I kind of want to cater to that. So that's going to be one of the weapons that's going to be on my list. And then if I'm doing a top 3, I'm probably going to go for Nam to furthermore support the water attribute. My water attribute team on my account is the best out of all the other attributes. So I'm catering to that, so that way my Alicia can really feast. And yeah, Nam herself is already a fantastic character, so I've got her done her up quite nicely, so I'm going to cater more to that, of course. So that's kind of like my top 3, and then I'm going to be focusing on, but I'll put all the weapons in a tier list format, and I'll kind of rank them in a way where it's kind of like the ones that you want to build to the ones that you really don't need to care about, you know. And again, we'll take into consideration about it being universally used as well as specifically for the character. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Just kind of wanted to go over all the weapons. I've picked my top 3. Happy days. And yeah.